Hello, welcome to my channel. So today I'm here in this vicinity. This place is a sporting arena and the weather is good, the place is beautiful. This is summer and I've taken the opportunity of the good weather to try doing something away from home. So today I'm here again. I want to continue to speak about the crisis in Niger Republic. So here we are as Africans. We are having this compelling situation that is like we all have to pray and hope that look forward unto God to intervene and avert the threat of war, because we all want peace, we all want to stay in peace, and even though we are poor and but the little things we can find to maintain ourselves, we want to do that and go into our respective homes, lie down peacefully, and then without the fear of being bombed or being shot. So this is why we have to pray for war, to that it should never happen. So today I'm going to continue to speak a little bit more about that Niger crisis, but with a special reference now to our border security. So I have spoken about how we got to where we are today, about how our leaders became corrupt, and how they are living, how corruption has become the air, the oxygen in which by which they breathe. So without corruption, our leaders cannot survive, and that is what plunged us into the situation we find ourselves today. Corruption has become like the bedrock of our society, and how we survive by corruption. So it is not a new thing. It started a long time ago. So that was why I was able to go back to the slave trade era to be able to talk about how the slave merchants were able to come give a little gift to our traditional leaders at that time, and then our traditional leaders in turn will appoint some delegates to follow them and then point to them the huts or the areas where they can find the strongest men that will be marketable as slaves. So that was why I went to that topic. But today I'm going to divert my attention from that kind of topic and then talk about our own border security now. So what I want to say now is this: our leaders are also responsible for whatever that is going on, why our borders are so open and anything can happen, and nobody is taking observation about what goes in and what goes out. Our leaders are responsible, because living here in this part of Europe, seeing how they organize themselves, how everything is happening now, is I wouldn't be surprised that we cannot even do similar thing to be able to guarantee the security and the peace of our own people within our own territories. So what is happening right now is this. I will take us a little bit back to the time of this Arab Spring that happened in 2011. So, and two, that Arab Spring was hijacked by America and the West. So they hijacked it as a means to be able to like show the aggression to Libya, because there they have a leader that was not installed by them. So it was at the era at which America and the West were going through all the countries and removing all the dictators, all the leaders that were ruling in different countries that they did not install. I see no reason why in the whole of this world that every leader have to be installed by Britain or by America or by France. And I don't think that is possible. From place to place, each country have to design their own system of government, and if it works well for them, so let it be. So why did they have to come and set one country into turmoil because they want to install a different kind of regime there? So this is the situation right now. So Gaddafi was removed, and then the war raged on for some time, and then when the war in Libya ended, so many of those warlords have decided to leave Libya, and then they sought a refuge in the coastal region of West Africa, which is, the Sahel region of West Africa. So those, and arriving there, they got a new job. So they were employed by those soldiers that were stationed within the territory of the Sahel region as trying to protect the interest of the French from what the French are stealing, because French are stealing some things from there and they needed some guard. Those guards that were protecting them are the people that have now recruited these warlords, and then begin to arm them against, to begin to terrorize that territory. So as a result of that terrorist activities that began to happen in the year 2012, so made a lot of soldiers from the West begin to take base within the territory of the Sahel region in pretense that, yeah, we are here to help with agreement with our leaders, that we are here to help you to make peace. We are here to help you to return, to guarantee security within your territory. What guarantees security did they help us to do? I don't see any, because if you now examine the situation from 2012 till today, if you measure the level or the number of terrorist activities that is happening within the Sahel region, then you have to ask yourself, why are these people here? What are they doing for us? So something is not well, something is not going okay. So today we have about 1,500 French troops. We have about 1,300 American troops and about 50,000 from Germany. So if you put all these figures together, you come to the conclusion that that territory is obviously under occupation. So I see no reason why we should have such number of soldiers within our territory, and then they are not able to apprehend these few groups that emerged from Libya. But what is happening now is that these American and the French and they are all from all the Western soldiers that are stationed in the Sahel region. They are acting in disguise that they are helping our leaders to make peace. To install security. And then, meanwhile, they are protecting the interests of France from what France is stealing. France is stealing from all these all the countries that fall within the line of the Sahel region, stealing gold, diamond, and uranium, whatever they are taking from there. So these soldiers are the ones that is giving them protection. And then they are now using these terrorist activities to a kind of mud the waters for our leaders. And then our leaders' attention now is always diverted towards terrorism activities that is happening within their territories instead of how are they being funded. So I think our leaders should go back now to the drawing table and then be able to design a system by which they can be able to find out who is actually funding terrorist activities within the Sahel region of West Africa. So you will now go and then you examine the situation in America where we have the CIA, the FBI, the KGB, we have the MI6. So all these intelligence agencies work tirelessly to be able to protect their territories. So what is going to happen is this: if we have that kind of system placed in our territory, I learned that we have these national intelligence agencies in Nigeria. We should be able, I don't know what job those people are doing. If we be able to have similar organizations in all the countries of the Sahel region, secretly working, putting undercover police to be able to find out what is happening, and then find out, or probably buy those kind of drone equipments or satellite cameras to find out at what time who is giving ammunition to who. So American and the French soldiers will be exposed. So probably that explains why they will not allow that kind of initiative to take place. They want to continuously tell our leaders, we are here to protect your territories. We are here to make sure that we share intelligence to be able to defend to defend you. But that is not true. And another thing is about the extension of American foreign policies. As you know, what kind of foreign policies America is supposed to have that will enable American soldiers and French soldiers to station themselves in another man's country. Africa is the only country and probably the worst area where you have this kind of military occupation in the name of the fact that they are protecting their strategic interests. I don't know what their strategic interests are, because if after what happened in New York in 2001, America has become more agitative and they're more angry, and then they begin to say, okay, they want to begin to search for the perpetrators of that of that terrorist act in America. If you are searching for the perpetrators, you don't come and station yourself in another man's country. They don't have to come to Nigeria. They don't have to go to Somalia. They don't have to go to your country, put up those security apparatus, surveillance system and everything, protect your zone. You don't have to come and station yourself in front of my door, sitting in Nigeria, watching my going out and my my returning in. That's not fair. So I don't know under what under what agreement internationally America is doing what they are doing. So Americans and the French, as far as I'm concerned, they are the terrorists themselves, and they should be kicked out. So this is what I want our leaders to do, to see these people as they have all kind of dingy operations that is going on, which we are not supposed to condone. And you don't have to look at them as a messiah to our problem. They are not messiah to our problem. Rather, they are the satans. They are creating more rooms for chaos within the territory of West Africa. So now, if you go back to what happened in Rwanda when there was the Belgian peacekeeping force there, so how many peace were they able to keep? How many lives of the Rwandan people that ran to their camp for protection were they able to protect? So we are allowing America, allowing France, allowing Germany, and all those people to have base. To have, okay, you want to create a drone base because you have made a phone call to our president and we say, oh yeah, you go ahead. So a drone base will be built in the territory of Africa. For what reason? What are you afraid of? If you are afraid, go to your own border, create a buffer zone for yourself and protect it. Don't come to our territories. Don't keep us under occupation. Don't have to occupy us. So that's what is happening right now. And not only are they occupying us and staying there without paying for their visa fees and their late payment charges to our government, they are creating terrorism and funding them and giving them logistics and attacking our own people, giving our people ammunitions to attack their brothers. That's what is happening now. Since after the war, since after the change of government in Niger, so you can see now the amount of terrorist activities has stepped up. Why has it stepped up? Because America and France have now begun to get aggressive and then equipping more to the terrorist group, assigning them to go and cause more chaos because they want to discredit this new regime in Niger Republic, and because they have said that they are here to be able to reorganize their security system. But since that time, they have stepped up the terrorist activities within that territory in order to say, yeah, why did you come to power? You want to to remedy the terrorist activities, but now it is more. So that's what they are doing now. They are doing that to be able to discredit this new regime rather than give them a space to be able to find a way to be able to manage their resources and better the life of their people. So I see no reason why today America can come to West Africa to West Africa and say, give us about 1,500 African soldiers to be able to come to Texas and stay with us to be able to help us fight the drug cartels from Mexico. That is not possible. America is not going to do that. But America is very quick in deploying themselves in another man's backyard and creating a base and staying there, all in the name that they want to help us to make keep peacekeeping forces. What peace are you keeping? Why don't you go back to your countries? So our leaders in West Africa should be able to stand up and say no more to this occupation. Let every soldiers that came from wherever they come from, let them return back home so that we can be able to calculate and know who is a foreigner, who is who. Every citizen must have an identity so that we check you and see your identity, know what is your mission there, because right here, staying in Europe, I see no reason why the police doesn't know the content of my bag or what I have in my pocket. Or who am I? They know my identity. I am under surveillance all the time. So I am being monitored day in, day out. So I see no reason why we have the money, we have the resources, we have the manpower. We can be able to do this, to be able to create a pattern that can guarantee security for our own territory without involving foreigners. Because the more we involve these foreigners, they are not coming to do us any good. So you cannot trust Americans and British and France, who are terrorists themselves. You come and entrust them with the security of our place. That is not going to happen. That is not possible. It is the same thing as like today's news. You see the Kremlin of Russia is coming to say, yeah, we want to set up a panel of inquiry to investigate how Prigozhin was killed in a plane crash. How can the Kremlin be the one, or the KGB be the one to investigate how this man died, in a plane crash, when actually they know how he died? So that is what is happening in America. This kind of, I mean, in America and the British and then the French troops that are occupying West Africa, they are the architects, they are the founders of terrorism in West Africa, and they have to be kicked out. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.